What's going on, New Gaming Order? Please pardon the technical difficulty. I am back on the air. This is Alex Exis coming at you like the juggernaut with the pimp smack. Um, I wanted to come at y'all with, I guess, some information as I woke up. My good buddy Shinwar has informed me that there's some interesting news that needs to be covered. So, with that being said, I will be looking at a reveal trailer that dropped about 4 hours, a little over 4 hours ago, according to Event Hubs. Um, so let's take a look. Hopefully, I have the audio not too loud so I don't get the video flagged. But let's check this out. Okay, let's see if I can kind of get myself. Okay. Look at that epic movie. One thing I will give Bandai Namco, their stuff in terms of the Mishima storyline is always epic. Okay. If I die, if I can't stop Hayashi Mishima, what the heck? Please, yo, kill him. Okay, so that's Akuma repaying a debt. Unbelievable. Wow. Wow. You know what? Okay. I didn't think I was going to get Tekken 7, but that might have changed. Oh, he dipped it. Dark Forces Awakening. And also, my dear son. What? Defy your destiny. Hold up. Hold up. So that's Kazuya's mom asking Akuma to repay a debt? But first of all, let's do some analysis here. Okay, she said, my dear son Kazuya. So she's like, her little boy's being bad. But first, let's look at the atmosphere. It's like, okay, looks like a bunch of chaos. And it seems like Akuma's made out to be the hero. I don't know what that means. Now I'm curious to see when this does drop, how he'll fit into the storyline. Also, I would like to point out that they did an excellent job with that, his gameplay in trailer. Let's see if I can get to that. But yeah, again, this one right here. Okay, interesting way to interweave him into the storyline, but Tekken is a completely different universe, so I wonder how Goki is showed up here to begin with. That's my question. Oh, bro, that is wow. Namco did it better than Capcom in some ways, where celebrating a character. and he's noticeably absent from the roster or the launch roster of Street Fighter 5. And Akuma's been a mainstay since Super Street Fighter, where he was revealed as the final boss, interrupting the finals between Ryu and M. Bison. So he's the Darth Vader of Street Fighter. So like he being a guest character for Tekken 7, it will be interesting. Will there be? Okay, you got Akuma over there. What is Street Fighter 5 gonna get? That's what I'm curious about. But let's continue. Man, that looks unreal. Okay, so got some gameplay here. And it looks largely unchanged in terms of the basics, like the Hurricane Kick, the Gohado, the Air Zanku. Okay. Man, he looks more visceral in the face. If you look at the lighting and everything, they really like Akuma stays true but looks more realistic. Now imagine a dude with glowing eyes looking like he smoked PCP walked up to you and he's just like die 1,000 deaths or something. That would be kind of yikes. But let's continue. Again, well done. All right. And now I'm actually excited for Tekken 7 because Tekken 6, I don't know, it didn't do much for me. I have it for the 360, but I don't know. Okay. Now, if Street Fighter Tekken Cross Street Fighter is to come out, this is like a preview or a proof of concept. I think that like similar to X-Men Children of the Atom when they added Goki as a special character, where you had him fighting Akuma, Psylocke, Magneto, Juggernaut, and what have you, aka the Juggernaut bitch. But I think that testing the waters first is a very smart idea by Bandai Namco, and Harada is showing how a proper crossover could potentially be done right. And obviously, then there's no way gems are gonna ruin Tekken Cross Street Fighter. I think visually it may look better than Street Fighter Cross Tekken, obviously since that's 7th gen. But with that, this looks really. So he has the power gazer type move also. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. So let's see. My son, damn. So that means he's like part of the story. He's like a part of the whole Mishima thing, and maybe that ogre power or something is linked to Satsui no Hado or so, similar to how Jin was responding, I guess, to Bison and Ryu and all that. I think that would be very, very, very interesting. I think that's going to be really cool. So I'm going to stop this one right here. But let me know what you guys think. I think that, wow, that's going to be freaking awesome. Let me see if anybody's in the chat. Nelson, what's going on, man? Just covering some news. But yeah, this is going to be beast. So now I'm actually going to be following Harada to see what the hell is going on with this. But in other news, we got, if you go to Event Hubs, you can check out an article where Ono was fearful of changing Street Fighter characters in ways fans won't like. I want to respond to this in short because Chun-Li is always the guinea pig. She always gets changed. So why? You know what? I am, one of the individuals that has always been affected by the changes of Chun-Li. Cross Tekken, that was like a preview of what she's gonna play like in Street Fighter 5 instead of like tapping the buttons. She's motion and what have you. And for someone like me, and I know Nelson who's watching the stream right now, is saying, I'm conforming, I'm conforming. They never changed Ryu. And even with Ken's changes, he still plays like Ken. So I think that more feedback should have been taken. Like, here's my thing: Chun Li, give her the Sanchu back, and I think that'll be okay, at least for me. You know, I don't know how other players want. I mean, that anti-air V skill that she has. I was playing Shinwar. I was going undefeated at Comic Con and suffered my first loss at the end of the night. You know what I mean? So I was just like, geez, it just Nash at the time or Charlie was just the cross ups. I didn't know what to do. I mean, that semi down forward medium kick, which is kind of like the alpha version of her flip kick, as just make it like it was in Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 4. I think she'll be more formidable. We know the game is live, where it's going to consistently change like Killer Instinct over time, but still, I mean, just looking at a couple of comments here. Random Select Master. I want more trailers. Okay. That had nothing to do with it. And Ken's hair. Chun-Li and Zangief really need a slight redesign, though. I think so. I think so. I think with Chun Li, she's like their flagship, just like Ryu is their flagship individual in terms of the males and females go. And when you look at Ryu, he's synonymous with Street Fighter. He's like a guest character that appears in different games like Smash Brothers and things of that nature. But I yeah, I think they're more reluctant. But that's why you got the alternates and like the hot Ryu that has been surfacing around. That should have been his default. But I think that was cool nonetheless. Let's look at. I like Alpha, Birdie and Alpha, but the changes they made to him make me shake my head. Oh well, the change to him. Honestly, Random Select Master. I want to respond to comment number 9. I think that Birdie's gameplay improved, whereas his look diminished, so to speak. But they did say that they're gonna have different skins and stuff like that. So we'll see. Um, if any redesign should have occurred, should have been to Zangief. Give him a little bit of gray, like NGO Kasemi said. Zangief don't get tired. He's just like, like what? Like homie, Zangief is old. If you remember the Street Fighter 2 manual, Zangief was one of the older characters. He and Dhalsim, and here we are in Street Fighter 5, and he don't look a day older than he did in Street Fighter 2. We were playing HD Remix in last night on Friday Night Fights, and it was just like, okay, well, Nelly. So I'm gonna start doing this more often and kind of using like some comments on event hubs to talk about different fighting game topics. Just to create more content for the show. But with that being said, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on newgamingorder.com. And let me know what you guys think about Goki being added to the storyline of Tekken 7. I mean, this looks very interesting. I mean, wow. He looks like a monster. And not only that, Akuma kind of, I think they captured the effects of Assassin's Fist here. They really got this right. Man, look at that, bro. This is amazing. I will say Harada is gonna do it right. The stages, I mean, look at that, the detail, everything. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. And with that, we're gonna stop right here. This has been Alex Lexus of the New Gaming Order coming at you with the latest and greatest news. Make sure, like I said, Nelson, my partner in crime, who's taking a leave of absence. If you start tuning into us and he, mysteriously shows up, he is a co-founder of this product. Shout out to Full Screen, our partner, who has really been good to us as we are a growing company. And anyone who might want to participate and help us with website management, conceptualizing ideas, and all that good stuff, please contact me or Nelson via the newgamingorder.com website. Inbox us on Facebook and YouTube. And here are our social media outlets. Any questions, comments, or concerns, definitely hit me up. And that concludes my little show where, just responding and reaction show to Akuma joining Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and other news where Ono's talking about changes to Street Fighter, returning Street Fighter characters. All right, I'm out. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.